I'm live. That's what the thing says. It says I'm live. Hello, everybody. Well, and everybody, I mean the 5 people that are currently watching right now. So welcome. Glad you could make it. Missed you since this week. Hope you all have had a good week. Let's see, we get Tom in the room. There's 4 other people who are kind of lurking there in the background. One of them is Miguel Rangel. Welcome, Miguel. Tom, got to talk to Tom last night, did some more fun George and Pudgy old guy radio players stuff. So we recorded some more fun stuff on the way. I don't remember if I have the old guy radio players site on featured channels. Tom, for fun, could you please put in the link for the YouTube channel for old guy radio players? Can you put that in the link? Hey, it's Jules. So who do we got? We got Freak Guru. We have Ice Hand. We have Jared Tierno. We have Tom. We have Miguel Rangel. So it's climbing up there. Good to see everybody. I am today once again wearing my Bill Bruford jersey. So again, this was a gift from Julie. This was from the 2010 Boston Bruins Winter Classic. And I can't remember whose name is on the back, but I would like to get a Boston Bruins jersey that says Bruford on the back of it. And the reason I call this a Bill Bruford jersey is because there are so many pictures of Bill Bruford. His initials are BB, and he's from England, but there's so many pictures of him. Bill Bruford is a drummer, by the way. He's played with King Crimson. He's played with Yes. He's played with, what else has he played with? Played with a bunch of people. Played with UK. And he, in most of the pictures where he's playing, he's wearing a T-shirt or a, cutoff or something that has the Boston Bruins logo on there. And my assumption is the reason he's wearing something with the Boston Bruins logo on there because his name is Bill Bruford, and there's a nice big B in the front of that. So yeah, it'd be fun to get a Boston Bruins jersey with the name Bruford on the back of it. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, thanks, Tom. So Tom put the link up there for Old Guy Radio Players. So guys, check that out. There's another George and Pudgy coming soon. Tom, a kind of guesstimate as to when the last episode of the World Tour will be up? Let's see, did I miss anybody? Because the number keeps climbing there. I think I got everybody. Freak, I got you, right? Ice Hand, Miguel, Jared, Jules. I think so. I think I got everybody. So again, hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody has a good week coming up. We're getting up there. We're getting close to August, aren't we? Let's see. Got another 2 weeks left of July, and then we're into August. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. And then before you know it, it's going to be like 2027, just right around the corner. Next episode will be part 4 of the last Mason Jennings episode. Well, the last installment of Mason Jennings. I don't think you mean the last Mason Jennings episode, right? You're planning on doing more Mason Jennings, Tom? I think. Yeah, well, I figured. I can't see completely clear with these glasses. I really like these glasses, and they're anti-glare and everything. And so I went to get back to get them new lenses for them because they were scratched up. And they told me, well, you have to have a I don't know, a prescription, I guess, or an eye test or whatever it is. And I said, well, I bought these here. You guys should have that on file. And they said, yeah, but you bought them 2 years ago. And you need to have, it needs to be at least a year old. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I go to the optometrist and I get an eye test and everything. And they get the glasses and they make the glasses and they're fuzzier than the ones. If they had given me the ones with the 2-year-old prescription on it, they would have worked fine. But they gave me ones with the new prescription and some parts are fuzzy. So kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Next episode is written and ready to go. Oh, cool, Tom. So I imagine we're going to be recording that soon. Grub Warp is here, and on the front end of the show, rather on the tail end of the show. So welcome, Grub Warp. Glad you could make it. Val, I think you missed last week, but I found that Bristol gin was because Bristol was a sailing ship port, and they had a system of fermenting gin spices separate from the gin. Oh, okay. That's what makes it a kind of a gin town. I was a little bit surprised at that because it's like they're gin happy, and I mean other places around England And yeah, they have gin, but I've never been to a place where they have gin everywhere. And Bristol's one of those places that has gin everywhere. They had there was like a boat on the river where they served gin, like all kinds of gin, and the free gin in the hotel as per the video and everything. I was like, really, really odd. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't like it that much. I did not like it. I mean, I gave it a chance. And now it could be they're giving you free gin in the hotel. You're having to pay for the tonic, right? But they're giving you free gin in the hotel. And it's possible that they're just not using a high quality gin. And it's possible that if I use a high quality gin, that, maybe it's going to be better. I made a drink a while ago, and I don't remember which one it was. And I used gin. Which one did I use? I got the little one that comes in the black bottle. Which one is it? Not Tanqueray. Hendrix. I think it's Hendrix gin. And that wasn't too bad, but gin kind of has a medicinal taste to it. Okay, Janice. Hey, Janice. I'm saying Janice, and Janice is saying hi to everybody. Hi, Janice. Welcome. Glad you can make it. It's not a party until Janice shows up. So we have an interesting collection of snacks and beverages to do today. Today, again, we're doing a grab bag. And as you probably noticed, that the thumbnail was not a AI thumbnail because you guys, not unanimously, but the majority of you voted that you don't want to see the AI thumbnails anymore. So I'm doing new thumbnail, the actual photographic thumbnails, and maybe if I get some older ones or something that are photographs, I might use that, or something that I design myself. But I promised you no more AI. We took a vote on it. No more AI ones. So no more AI ones. There we go. I mean, some of you liked it, but it is what it is. At some point in time, like maybe you're like no new AI thumbnails, but you can use some of the old AI thumbnails. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And Matt has just started using AI thumbnails. Well, the thing is, did Matt ask people? The thing was, I think it was during a live stream, or no, it wasn't a live stream. Somebody left a comment and they said, I'm not really crazy about these AI thumbnails. And that's why on the next live stream, I brought it up to a vote. And I said, somebody had left a comment, said they weren't crazy about the AI thumbnails. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Yes or no? Do you want to continue to see the AI thumbnails? And the majority of, it was a poll, and the majority said they did not want to see more AI thumbnails. And so, that's how we do it. Maybe Matt will experience the same thing. The funny thing that I noticed, especially like walking around town, is seeing a lot of the businesses with their signs out front, right? Like there's a barbecue place, it's not too far from here, and a couple of other places. And I looked at the sign, and you could immediately tell that the sign was created using AI. You can immediately tell, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but they always seem to use the exact same font. So when you see like a poster or a sign or something, and you see that font, immediately you say to yourself, they used AI to make the sign. I have nothing against that. It's like, you can have a hand painted sign. It all depends on what people want. It's if they want to use AI to create their store sign and everything, more power to them. It doesn't do me any harm. It's not like I'm saying like, AI, shame on you. It's like they just made a store sign, and rather than paint it themselves or have a picture put up there or you have somebody else make it, they just did it with AI. But I'm just starting to notice more and more shop signs and stuff like that made, or even inside, like if there's a product that's on sale or something, I've noticed a lot more signs that are made using AI. And you can definitely tell, again, because they use a very, very specific font. And there's a certain look to it, right? It's like, it's sort of photographic, but then it's sort of not photographic. There was a candy shop at Hampton that was covered in AI slop. Yeah. Well, again, Jules, like AI slop is kind of like, I consider AI slop like if you're on a social media site, right? And you're looking at a video, and the video is obviously AI, and they're trying to say, oh, this was a rare photo of, this town, and you're looking at it, you go like, that looks nothing like that town ever never looked like that. And that's like telling you that that's something or telling you that it's actually something that actually occurred, or an actual real photograph of something and everything, that's AI slop. But in general, I think like I said, if somebody's using it to make a sign or something like that, I'm like, look at the thumbnails that I was doing, right? There's one where there's a gigantic grab bag with these spindly arms, 30-foot grab bag chasing me up the street. I mean, let you guys know that never happened, right? I don't have to tell you that's AI. It should be self-explanatory that never happened, right? But it is what it is. The pics they use for slop, the ice cream cones. Okay, some of the crazy ones, fake lore based on what it generates could be funny. Yeah, it could be funny as long as you understand. Like, if the thing is that they're trying to fool people, then I'm not really into that. I think that's stupid, and I hate that. But if they're doing something and they're showing you something that's like obviously never could happen, that's fine. I've especially been having fun with the AI pictures that people have been doing with who's the guy that might be dead, or might be sick, or might be healthy. The senator, what's his name? Oh, Mitch McConnell. People are doing, like, there's a picture of him sitting in the hospital room, and standing behind him with his arm on his shoulder is like Abraham Lincoln and George Washington and stuff like that. It was kind of fun. The place is called the Fudge Factory. Okay. So Jules, there's a place, you can look it up online. I think it's in Missouri somewhere, and it's called the Uranus, because that's how you pronounce the planet, Uranus, Uranus, the Uranus Fudge Factory. So you can imagine, and the name of the town where it is not Uranus. The town is not called Uranus. So they are actually, they're definitely having fun with that. I don't, but the Uranus Fudge Factory, and you can imagine the double entendre in their advertising and stuff. So you guys can check it out online. I think you can order their candy and stuff online. I think you can order it online, or if you want to take a trip out to Missouri or wherever it is. You're telling me the pics I sent of old guy in Colorado bench pressing 500 pounds is AI generated? Well, clutch my pearls. Yeah, he's doing 600 pounds, Jules. I don't know why you picked 500 pounds. That's crazy. I mean, ice hand. I don't know why you. That one is on Route 66. So Route 66 would be. Oh, it could be Missouri. I think Route 66. So it starts in Illinois, and then I want to say Missouri is right below Illinois. So and then it kind of cuts over into. Let's see. Does it go through Oklahoma? It does go through Oklahoma, cuts over into New Mexico, goes into Arizona, into California, and it dead ends at Santa Monica Pier. So Santa Monica Pier is the terminus of Route 66, or what's left of Route 66. There are places where Route 66 has been turned into like a modern road, or even an interstate, I think, at some places, and other places where it just disappears for a while. But that's always been one. Let me try that again. That's always been like a bucket list item for me, is to drive Route 66 from Illinois to California or vice versa. So I always wanted to do that. All right, let's see how we're doing. We're getting pretty close. I don't know that we're going to be getting more people in the room. That's fine. We have 11 in there. So our grab bag today, I decided I want to go back to some of the Trader Joe's bags. So this is the Connecticut Trader Joe bag. The Connecticut Trader Joe's bag, and we're going to be using this as our grab bag today. Now, there's a fun thing, and we're going to see how many of you get this, right? Oh, the Uranus Fudge Factory is a famous, irreverent roadside attraction and candy shop, originally founded in Missouri on historic Route 66 by self-proclaimed Mayor Louis Keene. What city or town is that in, Janice? Does it say? Does it say what city or town that is? But the Uranus Fudge Factory. Come on. All right. So here's a fun thing, and I'll ask you guys a question about it and see who remembers. This one should be really easy. Jules, I know you'll know this one. All right, here we go. So on this side, let's see. Qui transtulit sustinet which is probably like Latin. Maybe it's the Latin inscription for the state of Connecticut. I don't know. It's not a pickle unless it bounces. I don't know. That's a Connecticut thing. There's a quote from Mark Twain, who was from Connecticut. There's a quote from Harriet Beecher Stowe, who was from Connecticut. There's corn. Corn is not necessarily from Connecticut. So check this out. On this side of the bag, anatomy of a hamburger, right? So they show you all the parts that are in a hamburger. This is obviously a double patty hamburger. There is a tomato, there is lettuce, there is a sesame seed bun. Let's see, what does it say for cheese there? It says, oh, melty cheese. And see, bottom bun. That's pretty basic, right? And then if you look up here, right, there's the outline of the state of Connecticut, and it says, hey, Lewis, does this look all right? So who can tell me why this says, hey, Lewis, does this look all right? There's a picture of a hamburger here, anatomy of a hamburger, and there's the state of Connecticut saying, hey, Lewis, does this look all right? Who is Lewis? Why are they asking them, Lewis, if this looks all right? Who knows? First one. You guys know this. I know you know this. It is in St. Robert, Missouri. Right, not Uranus, but you know, what fun would that be, right? Yes, Jules. And Jules specifically knows it's Lewis's lunch because she was at Lewis's lunch with me. Even the time it was closed. So on one of our road trips to New Haven, let's see, what did we do in New Haven, Jules? We did Lewis's lunch, and we also did not Sally's, Pepe. What's his name? Frank Pepe. Thank you, Jules. But we did go to Lewis's lunch. Now we went. Jules, did you go to me? You went with me when it was closed, because it was closed on Monday. And then I did go back and they actually filmed something, but I don't remember if you went with me or I was with Claudia and she was with me when it was open. Did you go with me, Jules, when it was open? It was one of those things like you did. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. And people like, it was funny because we did an episode on Lewis's lunch. And people were leaving comments like their burgers are nothing. They're like, they don't know anything about burgers. They're like, dude, they, you know, like they don't even have ketchup. Like, yeah, they don't have ketchup, right? So let's go back to this, right? So the thing is, hey, Lewis, does this look all right? So they're asking Lewis's lunch if this burger looks all right. And the reason is because Lewis's lunch is allegedly the inventor of the hamburger, at least presenting as a sandwich. Now, they are probably not the inventor, but they're probably the oldest one still serving them like a sandwich, right? I don't know who else is. So the story is that Lewis's lunch was opened as a small lunch wagon in 1895 by Lewis Lassen, thus the Lewis, and was one of the first places in the United States to serve steak sandwiches. And allegedly, the hamburger was created in 1900 in response to a customer's hurried request for a lunch to go. So again, there's all kinds of speculation around it. There's no speculation that they are the oldest place in the United States that has been continuously serving hamburgers. But the question is, who was serving it first? Lost to the ages, right? So that's why generally Lewis's lunch is attributed. But Lewis says, they're asking Lewis, hey, Lewis, does this look all right? No, it does not look all right. Jules, you want to tell me why this doesn't look all right? You remember, Jules. Why does this not look all right? If you're asking Lewis. Lewis can't answer because he's dead. We stopped at the basketball place, but didn't go in. That was in Springfield on the way back. Springfield, Massachusetts was the Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm making chicken tortilla soup. Always good. The bread is one. Yeah, they do not use they use a bun. I'm sorry, they do not use a bun. They don't use a hamburger bun. They use white bread that's toasted. They have this old electric toaster or a toast machine, right? So it's like a conveyor belt, and it goes up, comes down, and then you have toasted bread. But it's toasted white bread. It is not a hamburger bun. Now, if somebody from Trader Joe's, if somebody from their their PR department had ever been to Lewis's Lunch, they would know that. That's not okay. All right. Another thing that's not okay is the lettuce. They don't put lettuce on their burgers at Lewis's Lunch. So at Lewis's Lunch, you have 3 options, right? So you can get the burger just as it is. So it's going to be white bread toast with a patty between it, right? And these burger patties are made the same way they were making back then in these vertical gas grills. So they kind of put it in this wire cage, slide that in, and they cook them in these vertical gas grills the way they've been doing it since, the 1900s. So you have 3 options that you can put on it, right? They don't even ask for ketchup. There's a big sign on the thing saying they'll kick you out if you ask for ketchup. So you can get 3 things on there. One is a cheddar cheese spread. One is a slice of tomato, and one is a slice of onion, a slice of raw onion. But that's it. No mayo, no mustard, no lettuce. That's it, right? And that's what some people have a big problem with when they go in there. Like, I should be able to get my burger done whatever way I want. And I'm like, no, when you're in Lewis's Lunch, you will get it the way they initially did it when they started serving the hamburger, and they continue to serve the hamburger the same way that they've always done. Adam had just snuck into the room. Hello, Adam. How are you? What's up? Let's see. I think I caught up. I think we're all caught up. All right. So we are 20 minutes in, 5 minutes over, whatever, that's fine. So we are going to go through, and again, our grab bag is brought to you by Trader Joe's of Connecticut, United States. I don't have a specific city. All right. Some of them do have specific cities. Some of them are like Boston or New York City or something like that, but Connecticut, not so much. Speaking of sandwiches, man, that restaurant I went to has some weird food options, and especially that clamwich. Yeah, well, the thing about a clamwich is like, I'm thinking let's say like a clam po' boy, and I've had clam po' boys in Houston and like the Gulf area. I've had clam po' boys. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, had a clam po' boy in Portland. I'll have to double check that. But either way, it sounds intriguing, and we're going to make it. Adam, send me the information for that place. So I'm going to look it up on the menu and see how they make it, to see what it looks like and everything, and we'll try to be as close as possible. I'm looking at doing a couple of other iconic sandwiches. One is what they call the American Hero. So the American Hero is a turkey sub sandwich from Subway. And it was the sandwich that was thrown at one of the the guys from ICE, and they arrested the guy, and they brought him into court, and they said, he threw a sandwich at you. It's like, yeah, case dismissed. But we're gonna remake that sandwich. We are going to recreate that turkey sandwich, and somebody has to throw it at me. So that's how that works. In order to make it authentic, somebody has to throw it at me. All right, so let's start with our adult beverage. Now, the thing about this adult beverage is that this was brought back from Panama by my brother-in-law, Richard Esquera. So, Rich, if you're watching, thank you so much for bringing this back. We're going to try this. I like smoked beers, and this is a smoked beer. This is a smoked beer from, I'm sorry, not Panama, Costa Rica, from Costa Rica. And it's called Pilsen, not, what is Snake's last name? Is it Plisson? Snake Plisson, I think. And it's not a Pilsner. It is Pilsen is the brand. And this is Ahumado. And Ahumada in Spanish means smoked. So this is a dark smoked lager. This is a 5% ABV. Now, because this is a product of Costa Rica and not Colombia, it does not have that Board of Health warning on it. This is made from Heineken Costa Rica. So Heineken Costa Rica has not been around very long. They've actually only been there since this year. So this is a brand new product because, like I said, Heineken Costa Rica has Heineken themselves was founded in 1864 by Gerard Adrian Heineken, and so it's not just a catchy name, in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And Heineken Costa Rica was established in 2026 as part of Heineken's acquisition of the Florida Ice and Farm Company. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me either. Which was founded in 1908 by the Lindo brothers in Sigueres, Costa Rica. Right. So let's see. It was a special. It doesn't say how it was made on the menu. It just says clamwich with fries. It's not on their menu. It's on a special list on their table, and I'll send you the photo. Oh yeah, send me the photo, and we'll just reverse engineer it. The photo. Snake Plissken. Okay, thank you. Oh. Ice Hand and Tom both reminded me that it's Snake Plissken. I'm gonna a little bit let you guys in on a little secret. I've never actually seen the movie. I mean, I know what it's all about. I've seen scenes from it. I've seen clips from it. I've never actually watched that movie. Is it worth it? Should I check it out? Okay, let's see. What's the difference between a hero, a grinder, and a hoagie sandwich? It depends on where you are. I mean, and I mean that seriously. Because a lot of those are regional names. Not like, for instance, grinder. Most people in the Boston area, what do the people in Boston area know about subs? Yeah. That's another one. You could add submarine sandwich in there, but they're all essentially submarine sandwiches. In the Boston area, like in other areas, I think in Pennsylvania, if you ask for a grinder is just a sub. You know, it's just called a grinder. In the Boston area, if you get a grinder, typically it's going to be oven toasted. So they're going to take that, they're going to take the sub, they're going to put it all together, and they're going to run it through that, little conveyor belt thing where they make pizzas, and they're going to run it through there. So typically a grinder in Massachusetts is a sub that gets toasted. But in places like Pennsylvania, it's not necessarily toasted. It's just the name of the sub. So, a hero, grinder, hoagie, submarine sandwich, it all depends on where you, or even in Boston, there's some places that call them Spuckies. So, and the thing was, I saw Spucky and like a Spucky sandwich, and I thought to myself, I think I'm going to try to recreate this because it's an interesting historic sandwich and everything. And when I looked it up, it's like, no, it's just a sub sandwich. There's nothing special about it. It's just a sub sandwich. It's just another name. I think it's there's a place in the North End where that name originated, and it was named after the Spucky roll that they used. And there's really nothing that differentiated from a regular sub sandwich. But like I said, in some places, the North End in Boston, they call it a Spucky. So go figure. Let's see. Don't want to get anyone out of order. So thank you to the celebs and everyone else having fun. Well, thank you, Jake. Let's see. It's actually two movies. The first one is the one you really want to see. Are they both Escape from New York? Is it like Escape from New York and Escape from New York 2? Or Escape from somewhere else? What are the two movies I sent? Hey, Port Manatee is here. Welcome. Glad you could make it, Port Manatee. Yes, we are having an awesome Sunday so far. We searched high and low for Spucky. Yeah, we did. But again, I think it's what is that place called? It's like Marcia Mercado. It's over there by Bova's, Jules, and that's the place that's like famous for the Spuckies. But honestly, it's a sub sandwich. Cosby used to have a joke that Americans have the power to eat anything as long as they put it between two pieces of bread. That might be true, except a Raines sandwich. A Raines sandwich was something put between two slices of bread, but it was inedible. You couldn't eat it. You guys, anybody there know what a Raines sandwich is, or why there was a Raines sandwich in the first place? Anybody know? The Raines sandwich, R-A-I-N-E-S, the Raines sandwich. Anybody know what it is and how it came to be? It is inedible. You cannot eat it, but it is a sandwich. One is from New York. The other is from L.A. Oh, Escape from L.A. Okay. Escape from New York. But Escape from New York is the one I want to watch. Is that it? Okay. We went there, we went in, and it was like the back rooms of North End, and they were like, it's a friggin' sub, get out of here. Yeah, it's a sub, get out of here. All right, so let's start with our beverage. And again, remember, this is Pilsen Ahumada, which is dark smoked lager. This is from Heineken, Costa Rica. and it is 5% ABV. So, as long as we're talking about Heineken, our question is, who is the current global brand ambassador? Let me try it again. Who is the current global brand ambassador for Heineken? Who is the current global brand ambassador for Heineken? They make commercials, they're in ads, and there's always somebody famous. All right, here we go. I hate pouring out of cans. You can't see this, but it's going all over the desk. It's kind of a reddish color. That's a little bit surprising. Almost like a nutty smell. I need a coaster. I have to wipe the beer off the desk. Oh, by the way, Jules, you're still there, right? Yes, Jules. I have a score to settle with you. Something happened this morning that I directly blame you for. It is your fault. It is completely 100% your fault. You want to take a guess as to what that was, Jules? Something happened this morning that is directly your fault. Want to take a guess? Okay, so nobody guessed what a range sandwich was. What a range sandwich was in, I think it was like the 1890s in New York City. They were not allowed to serve they were not allowed to serve alcohol, but they could serve alcohol if you were a restaurant, and you had to be, in order to be a restaurant, you had to have food. Now a lot of these places are like, we don't have a stove, we're not gonna put we're not gonna build facilities for in order to do food. How are we going to get past this? So what they did was they invented this thing called the range sandwich. So they put it on the menu, like, do you want a range sandwich? And the only way you were going to go in there and be able to get something alcoholic to drink is if you went in there to get a range sandwich. So what a range sandwich was, usually the meat usually varied, but for the most part, it was a brick, and it was a brick put between two slices of bread. So you would go in there and you say, like, I want a beer and a range sandwich. So they'd bring the range sandwich to your table. It would just sit there between the two slices of bread, because nobody in their right mind is going to try to eat this thing. It's a brick, right? And then after they're done, it goes back into the kitchen, whatever. And the next person who comes in says, hey, I'd like a beer and a range sandwich. And they would bring that sandwich out. So it was, because it was a brick, it was reusable. And that's how they got past the thing of not being able to serve alcohol because they're serving food. So that's what a range sandwich was. I was going to try to reproduce that, but I figured I would make an edible brick somehow. I'm still working on that. Another thing I'm still working on. Yep, the old workaround. That's right. Excuse for Leahy to get on liquor. Yes, Jules, that's exactly what happened today. It is your fault completely because when was that? That was when we did the live stream last week, and you said, Dad, have you ever hit your head on that range? I'm like, no, never. Been here 6 months. Never smashed my head on the range. Wouldn't you know it? This morning, bam, hit my head on the range. So thank you, Jules. Thank you very much. Spuds McKenzie, it's defected. I read that as defecated. He defected from Budweiser when they wouldn't up his kibbles, and his contract came out. I wonder if he's still alive, because that was back in I want to say the 80s. I want to say back in the 80s, Spuds McKenzie. Here we go. It might have been a miracle that it hadn't happened yet, but it was your fault that it happened today. It is completely your fault. I've cooked on a stove many, many times. That was the first time. I didn't even do it on the live stream. When I was cooking on the live stream, didn't even do it. First time. That's a nice beer. No, it wasn't like the glass one in the hotel. This one, maybe it's like a thin metal, and it didn't really hurt that much. So, but I knew I did it. I'll just like turn and bam. So no, I'm okay. Do I seem to be talking nonsense? Like, Dad, who would know? The one piece is real. Which one piece? The One Piece? What did I miss? I did something or said something about that. The One Piece is real. Jake, help me out. There's no way I'd be able to tell. Hey, I think your dad hit his head or something. He's talking gibberish. So what makes you think he hit his head? That's a really, really nice beer. It's slightly fruity, but not really fruity. The smoke is subtle, but it's there. Like the smoke kind of comes in as an aftertaste. It's kind of nutty and a little bit like, and when I say woody, I don't mean like, it tastes like you're eating a piece of wood. It has that wood flavor, like that walnut flavor or something like that. A cherry wood flavor. It's really nice. So thank you, Rich. That's a really nice beer. All right. We did ask a question. We asked who the current global brand ambassador for Heineken was. Let's see what the guesses were. Janice Yamanaka said Serena Williams. Jules said Janice got it. And those look like the only guesses. So I'm going to have to say, you guys, I'm sorry, but you're right. It is Serena Williams. Tennis legend Serena Williams is the most recent global brand ambassador for Heineken, focusing specifically on their Heineken 0.0 non-alcoholic brand. We reviewed Heineken 0.0, but I don't remember if we did it for our channel or we did it for another channel. I'll have to check, but I know we did. All righty. So yes, Serena Williams. Let me do some housekeeping. Okay, there we go. Now, I have a couple of fruits. Now, I know we've done one of these fruits before. We've tried to do one of these fruits before, but it was like past ripe. So it was like a dried out husk of fruit and not very good. And the other one, I don't think we've done before, so we're going to try it now. These, because I did get them at the market in Colombia, the Saturday market, which is like the farmer's market. I did get them here, but they're not necessarily specific to Colombia. They're grown here, but they're not specific to Colombia. You'll see what I mean here in a second. I just haven't done them before, and so for some people, they may be a little unusual. So then we're going to kind of do those. I said Vlad the Impaler or Liam Hemsworth. Yeah, it was one of those two. You have a lot of ads showing today. That's really annoying because usually when I'm setting up the live stream, it asks me and it says, how many do you want? And I always put minimum. I want a minimum. I don't want people being interrupted by commercials. It's like, well, you won't make as much money. It's like, well, I don't make much money anyway, so I don't care. Got to have your fruit to help you poop. Need that fiber. All right, which one are we doing first? Okay, this one. Going into our Connecticut Trader Joe's grab bag. And we are going to try this. I'm questioning how we're going to get this open. So, anyone recognize this? You can get this in the United States and elsewhere, I imagine. Does anyone recognize this? Anyone? Anyone? No, it does look a little bit like a persimmon. You're right. It is not. It's you could kill somebody. If you threw this at somebody, you could kill somebody with this. It's like this really, really hard shell. And I'm questioning how we're going to be able to get into that really hard shell. Yes, me and the girls tried it. Did you like it, Jules? And was it right? Because the thing is, it's like there's this window of opportunity when it's ripe for eating. And I asked them when I bought it, is this one ready to eat? And listo que come? Is it ready to eat? And they said yes. So I have to trust them because like I said, we did try this once before and it was not ready to eat, and we did not eat it because it was past time. Too bad it doesn't tell you when an ad is running so you can stop it. That would be nice. That would be nice. Like maybe, and you can't tell me, right? So you can't even like put something in the comment because you're like, well, try that, Janice. When you see another ad pop up, like see if you can send a comment and let me know that there's an ad going. Yes, Jules, you are correct. It is a mangosteen. So this is a mangosteen. This is the fruit of an evergreen tree, which is native to the Malay Peninsula. The Malay Peninsula is where Malaysia is, obviously, and Borneo. So it is native to the South Pacific. And although it is native to Southeast Asia, it is also grown in Colombia, Puerto Rico, and Florida, which is, handy for us to be able to get this. But you can, they ship it all over the U.S. And I think, like Jules, you said you got it. You're up in Boston, so obviously, it's in various areas. So again, there's a very, very small window when this thing is ripe and ready to eat. They assured me that it is. So we're going to try to crack this thing open, and hopefully we'll have better results than we did last time. So let's ask a question about the mangosteen. In Southeast Asia, the mangosteen is referred to as the queen of fruits. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's wearing a little crown, right? But mangosteen is referred to as the queen of fruits. So in Southeast Asia, what is referred to as the king of fruits? What is the king of fruits in Southeast Asia? All right, let's see. It looks like there's cracks here, and maybe I can exploit those cracks to get this thing open, but we're going to try. All right, well, that top part just peeled off. It's kind of got this purplish color inside. Port Manatee, is that your final answer? I think I'm going to need a knife. Let's hope Val didn't cut his finger off. Stoner Kitchen! Hey, Eli, welcome. Glad you could make it. Never too late. We're just tearing into our first snack here. We're trying to open up a mangosteen. Hang on. I'm gonna use this bag because this stuff's kind of getting all over the place. Trippy brewing. So you missed the part where, I love this I love this jersey for multiple reasons, Eli. One, because Julie gave it to me. Two, because it reminds me of Boston, You're My Home. And three, because Bill Bruford wears these. Bill Bruford, drummer extraordinaire. I don't know this is the way to open this, but that's kind of what we're doing here. So there should be be able to lift it off, and you'll see that there's little lobes in there. This is not really going the way I would like it to. But that is I don't know if you can see that, as a really, really tough skin. Tougher than mine, which we're going to tear into here in a second. Jules, do you have any? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. There we go. All right, there we go. So that, once you get it, a crack, a nice crack going down the middle of that, then it just kind of splits open really nice. So these little white lobes here, this is what you're going to eat, or this is what we're going to eat. So we are going to, and again, we have tried this before, but never successfully. And today, and if you look at it, here, you can see that it's starting to turn. So it's just right now. And if I waited till tomorrow, it probably would not be ripe. It would probably be past ripe. Imagine if Val cuts his finger off in the next live stream, it's him cooking and eating the finger. Well, that's only if they can't reattach it. Obviously I want them to reattach it, but if they can't eat it, yeah. I mean, if they can't reattach it, hell yeah, I'm eating it. It's mine. I always said that because somebody asked me, would you ever eat human flesh? And I'm like, yes, in two situations. One, I'm part of a South American soccer team, and our plane crashes in the Andes, and there's no one there to rescue us, and we're there for several days. Yeah, I'm probably going to eat human flesh to survive. Or I get stuck in an elevator for 5 minutes. I'll generally look for the weakest person in the elevator. The other one is let's say I'm in a bad car accident, my leg gets mangled so bad that they can't save it and they have to take it off. And I'd be like, can you wrap that to go, please? And then we're going to have like a leg of Val. I'm going to have roast leg of Val. I'm going to invite some friends over. I think you can do that. I think it's okay to do that. I don't know what the laws are. There was one guy who was I think it was in Japan or someplace like that. And this guy was an artist, and he decided he was going to castrate himself, and then he was going to cook it. And so it was like I don't know how much it was, like $250 per person or something to partake of his disjointed joints. But it is what it is. Let's see. Bag of ice cream. We got it open, so that part is done. So let's try it. Let's go ahead and try this. Ooh. Here we go. It's slightly tart. It's really, really juicy. Like a tangerine or something. I'm not saying it tastes like tangerine. It does not taste like tangerine, but it's really juicy, like a little piece of tangerine, and really tart and creamy, and almost like a slight bit of coconut. So tart, however you would describe that sensation that you get when you eat coconut, and really, really juicy. That's fun. That is fun. I am digging that. That is really nice. I forgot to the beer, thumbs up. Really, big thumbs up. Beer is really good. This mangosteen, yeah, big thumbs up there. So I'm going to save that there, and we're going to eat that. I have a feeling this thing doesn't last very long, so we're going to try that a little bit. Mangosteen, yeah, big thumbs up. So the question was, in Southeast Asia, mangosteen is called the queen of fruits. What is the king of fruits? Let's see who. Did anyone guess that? Let's see. Nice hand. Oh, God. Jake says durian, sarcasm. Port Manatee says, I want it to be durian, but it probably isn't. Let's see. Janice says durian, and she doesn't give any apologies. She just says durian. It is, in fact, durian. Durian is the king of fruits. We've mentioned that before. I know you guys have heard me say that before. That durian is, in fact, the king of fruits. Or they call it the king of fruits. I don't know why. Maybe why? Because it can kill you. I don't know. A durian could kill you. Like, seriously, if you're walking under a tree and the durian falls and hits you, probably could kill you. Yeah, it's the king of fruit. King's fruit. Is there such a thing called king's fruit? I wouldn't be surprised. We found it lychee-ish. It is lychee-ish. You're absolutely right, Jules. It might actually be. Is it related to lychee? It is not related to lychee. The other one we're going to do is related to lychee, though. But yeah, it is very similar to lychee. I like the flavor of this better because it has that kind of tartness that lychee does not have. So I really, really like it. And lychee is a little bit chewier, or there's a little bit more texture to it, sort of like a water chestnut or something. But yeah, really, really nice. All right. Yes, durian is the king of fruits. Or they call durian the king of fruits. All right, so as long as we're on a fruit kick, let's do our other fruit. See if you guys, what did I do with them? Oh, here they are. Anybody know what this is called? You guys have seen this before. Jules, you've seen this before. I know because we've seen this at H Mart. They have this at H Mart every once in a while. Anybody? Whoa, Black Betty. H Mart has been selling fresh durian, and I'm calling BS. You can't smell it from outside, and it's like 24 pounds. Yeah, that you are correct, Jules. Like, if you ever go to Hawaii Supermarket, which is in San Gabriel, California, and the front doors, the electric doors, the front doors open, you can smell the durian at the back of the store, and that they have fresh durian. If you get up to it and you can't smell it, it's not fresh. It's frozen, because freezing it takes the fight out of it. But they freeze it so that the reason they freeze it is because if they don't freeze it, it will ripen when they transport it. By the time they get it, it'll still just fall apart. So it'll ripen pretty, too quickly. Nashies comes into the room specifically to answer the question and answers it correctly. This is rambutan. You are correct. And Free Guru says rambutan, and Janice Yamanaka says rambutan, and Jules says, whoa, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. Rambutan. Never mind. Okay, if you had a cat, I would say it's a hairball. It does look like a hairball. Let's see if we can get a close-up on that. Oh, it looks like some alien thing that burrows its way inside you or something. Really, really interesting. This is in fact a rambutan, and rambutan is native to Southeast Asia. It is closely related to several other tropical fruits, including the lychee and the longan. And Jules, we did longan before, right? Didn't we have that with the girls? They had the kind of the dry shell on the outside, and they had that little fruit on the inside. And it's usually on a bunch of sticks, like grapes. Did we had that before, right? Didn't we? The longan? Yes? No? Did anyone else come in that I did not say hello to? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Yeah, okay. So again, it is native to Southeast Asia, is closely related to other tropical fruits, including lychee and longan. So here's a question about rambutan. What country is the largest exporter of rambutan? What country is the world's largest exporter of rambutan? Now this one, again, it's similar to the mangosteen in that we have to kind of take that hard shell off the outside, and then inside we're going to see there's this little kind of round little fruit, and that's what we're going to eat. So let's see if we can do this without cutting my hand off. Guru wanted to know if you saw his comment about the witch trial. I did not. So Janice, thank you for helping me out here. Let's see about the witch trial. Let's see. Val, did you see my comment on the witch trial? Oh, pretty sure you say if it's a part of your religion, you can take the body part because some religions bury. Oh no, that's not what he was asking. But that's interesting. That gives me hope for being able to eat my own leg. I don't see a comment about the witch trial. Can you repost that? Or was it on an episode? Or was it in here? If it's in here, can you repost the question? Let's see if this one feels softer, but still there's always the risk that I'm gonna cut my finger off. Let's not do that. The old one, I just cut into that. It squirted across the desk, which I guess is good because it means there's a lot of liquid in here. Here we go. We got the alien seed pod open. Here, have a look at that. I mean, does it look like an alien egg or something? Oh, that came out really nice. And here is, I'm not going to pick this up because it's going to go all over the place. It's very slippery because it's very wet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. I think there's a seed inside it. We'll take that seed out. But the reason I'm going to cut this in half is because if we're going to do goop mélange, we need some for goop, right? I glitched. Did I physically glitch? Or was it something, video glitch? Alien looking, much more normal answer. Yeah. Sometimes the wrong answer is more fun. Very lychee looking. It is. Now, Creek, you spelled lychee wrong, but your spelling makes me think you're thinking of that thing that sucks blood, that kind of worm-like thing that sucks blood, which to me is more fun. A more fun answer, let's put it this way. So I'm going to try this on the cutting board. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but we're going to try this. And it's stopping at that seed inside the pit. I don't know that we're going to be able to do this because it's like it clings. Anyone who can cut up a mango and do that thing where you put the slits in it and then fold it out, I'm extremely jealous of you for being able to do that. I spend like hours trying to scrape the fruit away from the pit because it just clings to it like there's no tomorrow. I am having a very difficult time. I don't want to just pop the whole thing in my mouth because, like I said, then I won't be able to use it so much for the. Here, that's good enough. All right, there we got some. That I think is more lychee-like than the mangosteen. It's much sweeter, has much sweeter flavor than mangosteen. It has a lot of liquid to it, so it has a lot of moisture to it. It's a little bit more chewy, and there's this slight bitter taste to it. There's just a slight amount of bitterness to it, which might be like from the inside of the shell, or it might be from the from the seed itself. There's just some bitterness to it. It has that kind of like eating a persimmon, where if you get it where it's just not quite right, you get that thing where it kind of feels like it's drying out your tongue. You get that a little bit there. But nice flavor, much sweeter, stronger flavor, not as tart, not as tangy, but still really good. It occurs to me that if you could extract the flavor of the rambutan and extract the flavor of the mangosteen and put them together and into a drink, you would drink that and you would go like, I'm not sure which one's which. I can't really tell. But on their own, they have distinct flavors and they're both really nice. So that is also going to get a thumbs up. I'm just glad that we were successful this time because, like I said, we did do mangosteen before, and we got it open. It was like already rotted inside and edible. Let's see. When the rambutan squirted you, you flinched. Well, it didn't squirt me. It kind of went that way. But I'm just like, is this thing like trying to survive? What's going on here? God, not the worms, the leeches. Yes. Oh, thanks, Jules. I wasn't paying attention. So sorry. Well, maybe you guys get them at different times. So, Janice, did you get an ad when Julie said ad? I don't know if it does them at the same time, or it does it random for people depending on what time they come in. I don't know. It's just annoying. I can do that with avocado too. Avocado squirt at you? I understand that people peel food towards their thumb. Yeah, well, it makes sense. Rambutan soda. You know, it would be surprising if somebody makes a rambutan soda. With hypermobile hands, I have more control cutting myself. Oh, cutting towards myself. Yeah, either way, it seems risky. Chloe says hi and wants to know where your sock is. Right here, my poop sock. The girls gave me a poop sock. I think it was for Christmas, wasn't it, Jules? My poop sock. Freak Guru. Okay, let's see. Can't understand the people. No, that's not it. God, not the worms. Oh, in Pennsylvania, they will be having a witch trial. A woman is being taken to court for giving a tarot reading where it is illegal. Do they know it's 2026? Do they know that? A witch trial? What the hell? Is that real? What's the name of the town where they're doing this? I got to look this one up. That's messed up, freak. This is 2026. Yes, Tom, I did say poop sock. So the last time I was up in Boston, spending time with the girls and Jules, the girls educated me as to what a poop sock is. And I'm not going to educate you. And I'm not sure. I want to ask you to, if you do Google it, make sure you do it with the images turned off. But yeah. So we were talking about poop socks. I think it was Jules. I didn't I give them poop socks on their birthday. I gave them poop socks, and I put like chocolate candy in the poop socks, and so they returned the favor and they gave me a poop sock for Christmas. So yes, I do have a poop sock, unused, and it will remain unused. But it's always nice to have one when you need one. So I'm being a trial for being a witch. That's messed up, freak. That's just, it's 2026. That's just messed up. I wanted to doubt it too, but it's on camera. God. Share it to you on Instagram. All right, thank you. I'll check that out. What the hell? Makes no sense. And Hanover, PA. Hanover is, I believe, an Amish country. Damn. Well, Adam, if you are that close, I would suggest you go. I mean, I would seriously suggest you go. So, because, you know, that's a historic thing. Not in a good way, but it's still a historic thing. It's like, yeah, I want to go see the Hindenburg. All right, my question was, which country is the largest exporter of rambutan? That seemed like so long ago. Let's see. Did anyone answer that? Miguel Rangel said India. Let's see. India. Janice Yamaka said Thailand. And that looks like the only answers. I apologize if I missed it, if somebody else answered it, but so the answers were, or the guesses were, India and Thailand. It is, in fact, Thailand, one of the places where it is widely grown. So rambutan, thumbs up. Well, I'm going to say thumbs up, trending down slightly, and only because there's that aftertaste that kind of dries out your tongue a little bit, slight aftertaste. But I mean, it's sweet, it's fruity, it's delicious. It's just that aftertaste, that kind of like almost like a powdery, like baby powder sensation afterwards. It's like not a big fan of. Do you think you can make a rambutan soda using the ginger carbonation method? I'm not sure what the ginger carbonation method is. I could look it up. How many rambutans would that take? That would take, it's hard to say because you have to get it off the peel, but I don't know. Might be worth trying. I think you'd need like a soda stream or something to do. I don't have one. We'll have to see if we can get one, but I think it would be good. I think a rambutan soda would be pretty good. All right, so now let's see. How many snacks are we in? 2. We just did the 2 fruits. Yep. So we're 2 snacks in. Let's do our next snack. Making carbonation using a ginger beer method. Oh, so carbonating, doing a natural carbonation. Oh, that might work. Or I might kill myself. It's like the people who make kombucha and they do it wrong, and you hear about like, yeah, he died because apparently there was some harmful bacteria in there. So next we are doing this. This is Chontadoro, and Chontadoro. Another name for Chontadoro is a peach palm. So there are palm trees, and I don't know if you guys have seen them because I'm not sure exactly where they grow, but there's a fruit about that big. And I don't know why they call it peach because doesn't look like a peach, but there's a fruit about that big. And so they have those at the market. And we actually got some, but they went bad before I had a chance to do them. Because part of the problem is that you have to cook them. You have to cook them for a long time. So the company here is El Robledal Chontadores in sesame oil. And El Robledal was founded in 2019 by Elba Clemencia Aunta Higuera in Tinjaca, Colombia. So the Chontadores, or the peach palm, is the fruit extracted from the Bactris gassipes palm. The fruit must be cooked for 30 minutes to 5 hours to dissolve irritating calcium oxalate crystals. So basically, if you eat the fruit raw, it has these crystals inside it, and those crystals will bother your digestive system all the way down. Now, one day, Claudia and I were at the market. This guy was selling them. He had them fresh, and he cut one open, and he put some honey on it, and he put some salt on it, and he says, "Oh, go ahead. They're really, really good." So we ate it. not knowing that you're supposed to cook these things. And you have to cook it so you can break down those crystals. And I didn't really have any problems, but Claudia had like stomach issues for a couple of days because of that, because she ate one of these raw. And that was just one. So if we had bought like a dozen of them or so and tried those, I can't even imagine the gastric distress that we would have been experiencing. But these are cooked and they are in sesame oil, so we're going to try these. Now, the Bactris gassipes palm, which these come from, are used for another widely available commercial product. So you tell me what that is? What other edible product is harvested from the Bactris gassipes palm? All right, so we're going to open this up and try these. Superpowers or death. That's it. You get one or the other. We are rolling the dice on this one. No, these are cooked. Has Dude showed up to collect the Dude test? No, I had the door closed. One, because I didn't want to bother Claudia, and two, because she's watching the final of the World Cup, which I think is Spain versus Argentina. So I think that's still on. It might be over. They might have, one of them might have won already, but that was the finals. So she was watching that. That's interesting. It smells like sesame oil. Now these have a pit in it. I'm assuming that these have been skinned with the pit taken out of it. So let's see. Let's put these on a plate. So we're still on a fruit kick here. We're still doing fruit. We had our rambutan, we had our mangosteen. Now we're doing our chontaduro, or peach palm, like in English. Oh, that's still hard. I don't know if this is cooked. I hope this is cooked. Otherwise, it's not going to be pleasant. This has to be cooked. They would not. They would put a warning on here if it was not cooked. Let's see. No warning. Nothing that says that you have to cook them. No, it just says they're humanely raised, or whatever you call that. Conservation, blah, blah, blah. Consumed before, but it does not say that you have to cook them. So we are really rolling the dice today, because I would think if you cook them, they wouldn't be as firm as these are. Because again, you have to cook them for at least an hour. It depends on how you cook them. Like some people steam them, some people boil them, some people put them in a pressure cooker, in which case you can do that in 30 minutes. Here we go. And again, a lot of times these are served with a little bit of honey and salt on them. We're just trying them the way they are in sesame oil. It tastes like a sweet potato. Did they add salt here? Because there's a little bit of saltiness to it too. I'm just going to make sure I chew it up really well. Vinegar, sunflower oil, ajonjolí is what? Sesame oil. Panela, which is that sugar, the evaporated sugar, that's panela, and salt and sea salt. That's it. These have a wonderful flavor. There's something slightly sour to it. There's like a slight sourness to it, and there's sweetness. And it has like the texture of a potato, like a baked potato. And it's a little bit and there's the flavor almost of a sweet potato. That's really nice. Oh yeah, I like that. I'm gonna eat those sparingly. I will eat the rest of those. I will eat them sparingly just in case. I don't know how long they've been cooked. I would think if they were going to sell something that was going to irritate you, you know, like I irritate people, but they don't sell me. They would have to have some sort of warning on here, which they don't. So I'm just going to take them at their word that they've cooked them. Yeah, that's good. That's a thumbs up. All right, let's see what I missed while I was talking. I'll try to make his own soda, and all that was left was this little green globule. As the dude has, I was talking about dude. I had the door closed, but if he really wants to come in, he'll scratch at the door, and we'll let him in. Let's see. There is rambutan sparkling water from China. Where do you get that, Janice? Or who's the company? Maybe you can order it online. That'd be interesting. I mean, essentially, that's rambutan soda. Janice, let me know what company does that and everything. I'll see if I can get it. Okay, so as far as the question, what other edible product is harvested from the Bactris gassepaeus palm? Ice Hand says palm oil. Julie says palmettos. I think palmettos. Palmettos? Pimentos? Or palmettos? I'm not sure. Janet says hearts of palm. And yeah, it is hearts of palm. So if for those of you who have never tried hearts of palm, you should definitely try them. Basically what they do is, I'm pretty sure that they cook them. They're usually brined. And so what they do is, if you've ever seen a palm tree, the way each of the new branches grow, they grow straight up in this kind of like long, thin, I don't know what you would call it, right? But it basically, all the leaves that are going to come out in that from that branch of the palm are wrapped tightly around the inside of this thing. So as it grows up, and then it starts to open up, and all the palm leaves come out. Well, what they do is they cut it into little sections like that big, and it's got little palm leaves wrapped around it, but they're like baby, they're tender, they're baby palm leaves and everything. And that's what hearts of palm is. So if you've never tried hearts of palm, you can get them in any grocery store. Just look in, where they have the vegetables and everything. You'll get them in cans, you can get them in jars, sometimes in jars. They're also in like vinegar and other stuff. If you have not tried hearts of palm, you should. And hearts of palm is one of the things that they also get from the same palm tree where they get the peach palm. I would imagine that these are not as popular in the U.S. just because of that whole thing about like, you got to cook them for 5 hours and everything. Ain't no one got time for that, right? Hey, Bob has entered the room. Welcome, Bob the Godfather. Not my godfather, but Julie's godfather. But welcome, Bob. Good to see you. We have not spoken in a while, and we need to fix that. So welcome, Bob. Cheers to you. Okay, Chontadores. We made that happen. We actually had that. It's stuck in my teeth. Okay, and we got one more snack before we get into our soft drink. How we doing? We're about 15 minutes off, but we're down on the clock. We don't have to punch in. All right, we're going to do these. This is the Colombia. The company is Colombina. This is Colombina Gallete Sandwich Yogurt Griego y Usai, which is basically Greek yogurt and acai cookie, sandwich cookie. So galleta is cookie, sandwich is sandwich. Griego is Greek yogurt and acai sandwich cookie. So I'm not sure what kind of cookie they use. Again, this is from Colombina. Colombina was founded in 1927 by Don Hernando Casiero in Cali, Colombia. So, like Oreo, it's a sandwich cookie. So we're going to try this. But let me ask a question first. What was the first sandwich cookie on the market? Again, what was the first sandwich cookie on the market? I gotta try this. All right, interesting looking cookie. Looks nothing like an Oreo. Looks like shortbread. I don't think it's shortbread though, but it looks like shortbread. Let's see. The only warning is contains artificial sweeteners. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They probably are, Jules. I don't know. I think the correct pronunciation is acai. Acai, I think is, or maybe it's acai. Acai. I don't know. Does anybody know? Does anybody actually know the real pronunciation for that? AC, what is it? ACAI. I with a little accent on top of it. Does anybody know the actual pronunciation of that? I mean, I heard it's acai. Julie thinks it's acai. It could be either one. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this first. Let's open this up and take a look at it. Well, they don't give you much filling, do they? Nice flavor on the cookie. It almost tastes like an almond cookie. Now, have anybody ever had those almond windmill cookies? We used to have them when we were kids. We used to love those. They were shaped like a windmill. They had little pieces of almond in them. It tastes like an almond cookie. That filling is really sweet. I'm getting that smooth creaminess, that yogurt flavor. I'm really glad that the inside of this is not like an Oreo, where the Oreo has that kind of crystal sugary kind of filling in there. This is not. That acai is like really sweet and fruity. I really do like the cookie. Now, I'm not sure what kind of artificial sweetener it is because I'm not getting that stevia chemical flavor. We could look at the ingredients. Those tiny little ingredients. Let's do this. Good old Google Translate. And that way we can get it nice and close. Oh, Spanish to English. Hang on. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's see. A lot of ingredients here. Whole wheat flour and fortified wheat flour. Then there's like niacin, thiamine, benzoyl peroxide, ferrous fumarate, ferrous phosphate, and folic acid, hydrogenated vegetable fat, palm, canola, sunflower, artificial sweeteners, maltil, I never heard of that. Somalil, never heard of that. Maltil and somalil, never heard of either one of those. But those are the artificial sweeteners they're using. It's obviously not stevia because it doesn't have that chemical aftertaste. Shredded coconut, honey, malt starch, Greek yogurt powder, whole milk, water, malt starch, invert sugar, emulsifier, inulin, leavening agents, non-alcoholic acid. Man, don't take the non-alcoholic acid, man. It's bad. Ammonium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, dried soybeans, 8.458 cobalt. You can't eat cobalt. Cobalt's poisonous. Cobalt will kill you. Cobalt. That can't. It must have translated wrong. Can't be cobalt, right? Natural flavors, vanilla, artificial sweetener. Yeah, we already got that. Contains wheat, soy, milk, and sugar. It does not contain almonds, which I thought it did because it kind of had that like almondy taste in it. I don't know. I like it. I like that fruitiness. I like the kind of creaminess and slightly sourness from the yogurt. Yeah, I really like it, and it for me is going to get a thumbs up. Now, our question was, what was the first sandwich cookie on the market? Ice Hand said Hydrox. Sonic says the Whopper. Sandwich cookie. Sonic. Janice says Hydrox. Miguel says Hydrox. You should start a new fast food franchise, Val. I don't want that kind of headache. That's like people tell me I should do a food truck. I just don't want that kind of headache. Let's see. Is that it? Oh, Jenna says acai. Acai? Is that it? Acai? I'm willing to accept that, Janice. I don't have any better one. You okay, Val? You sick? What would give you that impression, Sonic, that I'm sick? I'm choking on a little bit of cookie that's stuck in the back of my throat. But other than that, I'm fine. Ooh, there we go. Rambutan, sparkling water, tropical beverage, OEM manufacturer, OEM brand, La Z. You can look it up on Google. Thank you, Janice. I will do that. I'm going to try to get some of that. I'm allergic to cobalt, never could tolerate it. I don't think you're supposed to eat cobalt. I think cobalt is a chemical. It might be a element. I don't know. I think, do you know? Does anybody know who took chemistry in school? I think cobalt is one of the elements. I think, but I don't think. I think they use it for like it has some amount of radioactivity in it or something. I am fine, Sonic. I hope you're fine too. Like I said, it's got cookie in the throat. The question was, what is the first sandwich cookie on the market? And almost everybody said, except the Whopper, said Hydrox. And Hydrox is the correct answer. The original cream-filled sandwich cookie is Hydrox, introduced by Sunshine Biscuits in 1908. Now, here's the thing that some people don't realize. Hydrox actually came out. It's essentially the same thing as an Oreo. And Hydrox actually came out first. I think Hydrox came out in 1908, and I think Oreo was 1912, if I'm not mistaken. But for some reason, I guess Oreo had better marketing or something, or it was just the name Hydrox, where people said it sounded like some sort of chemical compound. I don't know. It doesn't sound safe. It doesn't sound like we should eat it. So they stopped making it. I want to say it was somewhere around like 2015, but then another company bought it and was manufacturing. But if you go to their website, they don't even list it on the website anymore. So I don't think they make it anymore. The problem, I think, was that stores just weren't carrying it. So like if you wanted to buy a box of 50 packages, for God knows how much, you could do that. But they didn't, no stores were carrying it where you could buy an individual package of it and everything. And I think people just lost interest, which is sad because I remember they used to have Hydrox when we were kids. We used to eat them when we were kids. I wish I could tell you I remember what they tasted like or how different they tasted from Oreos. But for some reason, Oreos clicked with people and Hydrox did not. So Hydrox did not last. But they were first, and they were the first original cream-filled sandwich cookie. All righty. I'm just curious, Sonic, what gives you the idea that I'm like sick? So eat it to be healthy as a kid. Well, as a kid, you eat snacks. We didn't eat a lot of snacks. We didn't eat a lot of food. So it was rare when we got a cookie or we got a snack or something like that. It was kind of rare in our house. But who the hell loves to eat fish oil gel pills? I don't think people eat them because they enjoy them. I don't think like you're going to sit down to a dish of fish oil gel pills. I think they eat it for the omega-3, if I'm not mistaken. So they eat it for their health. But it's a pill, so it's like you're not supposed to like chew it. I don't think. Unless they have like chewable fish oil pills, but I think it's supposed to be healthy and you're just supposed to swallow it. I have heard people say that they have kind of fishy aftertaste, but I don't know how they have an aftertaste if you're swallowing them. I don't know. Your parents made you eat fish oil capsules? I think so. Well, some parents made their kids eat or drink castor oil. Castor oil is toxic. So I don't know why they would do that, but if you watch like old Little Rascals episodes, they would get like a spoonful of if they thought they were getting sick or something, they would give them a spoon of castor oil, which is like nowadays that would be like child endangerment. Cod liver oil, yeah, I have had cod liver oil. I have had cod liver, packed in cod liver oil, and I've had that, and that's actually not bad. It's supposed to be good for you, but flavor wise, not bad. If you like fish and you like fishy stuff. Like one of my favorite sashimi dishes or things, one of my favorite sashimi things is monkfish liver. Love monkfish liver. Cobalt is a radioactive isotope. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like, how can that be good? Oh, can be used to irradiate food to eliminate bacteria. So that's probably the cobalt. They figure that, cobalt is in vitamin B12. It just gets scarier and scarier the whole time. So it's in vitamin B12. So if that was a vitamin that's added, that's where the cobalt, but it can be used to irradiate food to eliminate bacteria. That would make sense too. So if they use cobalt to eliminate the bacteria, they'd have to list it that they use cobalt. That's crazy talk. But maybe South America and North America are different like that. Janice, you should do a live stream because you find these things. You find these things out. I mean, well, to be fair, I wasn't looking for it. I didn't know there was cobalt in there. I didn't start looking it up or anything. I was just trying to find out what the artificial sweetener was. That is some good beer. All right. So, yeah, now we're into our soft drink. Hey, Picris is here. Welcome, Picris. Glad you can make it. Did I forget anybody? Did I neglect anybody coming into the room? Again, we're a small group, so I want to be able to make sure that I address everybody's concerns and questions and statements and stuff while we're still small. While we're still small. Could be years before we're not small. Similar to castor, cod oil, fish oil, liver pearl, it's all about the same. Yeah. And when you're a kid, I can't imagine that you would even eat cod liver when you were a kid and like it. As an adult, I've eaten and I like it, but that's just as an adult. I have a bag of ketchup chips sitting next to me. Are they Canadian, Picris? Because they're the ones that do ketchup chips right. I have very seldom had ketchup chips from American chip companies that were that great. But the Canadians, they have that down to a science. All righty. So we're going to do our soft drink now. And our soft drink is Izots. Izots is the product line, and this is Torona flavored. Anybody know what Torona is? Toronha. The J is pronounced like an H. Toronha. Anybody know what Toronha is? Anybody? Is this thing on? Toronja is grapefruit. So this is a grapefruit soda. This is from Izots. I'm sorry, the product line is Izots. Izots soda is sold exclusively at Tiendas de Uno, which is found. We've done a lot of de Uno products before, and we even have some de Uno grab bags. But Izots soda is sold exclusively at Tiendas de Uno. Tiendas de Uno means D1 stores, which was founded in 2009 by Chileans Michelle Olmi and Luis Abude in Medellin, Colombia. So again, the store that these are sold exclusively in are Tiendas de Uno. What does the D stand for in de uno? I say de, that's how in Spanish you pronounce the letter D, de, right? So it's D1 or de uno. What does the D stand for in de uno or D1? What does the D stand for? All right, you can give it to me in Spanish or English. I mean, the actual thing it stands for is in Spanish, but if you use the English word, just as good. I like a good grape soda too. What is your favorite, Picris? I like Squirt. Squirt's fun. I like some of the more I'm sure Squirt has some artificial flavors and high fructose corn syrup and stuff like that, unless you can get Mexican Squirt, and that has sugar in it. So that's always fun. I'm making a mess here. I'm getting liquid water all over the place. Does look like Squirt grapefruit soda. I think that's redundant, Sonic. I think Squirt is by nature grapefruit soda. So I think over the years Squirt has come up with other flavors, but the original Squirt soda was grapefruit flavor. I think what is the one that used to have saccharin in it? Not Tab. What was the other one? I think it started with an S. Anybody remember back in the 70s? There was another one that was grapefruit soda. That was a diet soda in the 1970s. Anyone remember? Diet grapefruit soda from 1970s. Fresca. Fresca. I'm pretty sure Fresca was a diet soda when it first came out, and it was grapefruit flavored as well. Vodka as a squirt as a vodka mixer. Did we ever do? I thought we had done something with squirt, but I'm not sure. Missed the question. Was it about breakfast? Desayuno. No, that would be a guess as to what the D stands for, but they don't serve breakfast there. This comes from a store. Stores called Tiendas de Uno. What is the D in de uno? D1, de uno in Spanish. What does the D stand for in de uno? And again, it's a Spanish word, but it's very close to the English word. And if you give me the English word, that's fine too. Fresca is good. I like Fresca, but I just kind of wish, if you have to drink a diet soda and everything, it's nice that you have like a grapefruit flavored diet soda. Grapefruit, you have to be careful with, like, if it has real grapefruit juice in it, because grapefruit counteracts with a lot of medications. There's a lot of medications that you can't eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice or something if you're taking certain medications, because it counteracts with it. Sort of like durian with alcohol. You're not supposed to drink alcohol if you're eating durian. It looks lemony. I wonder if this is an artificial or real flavor. Let's see. Bebida gaseosa sabor a toronja, which is gaseosa is a carbonated drink, grapefruit flavored carbonated drink. So let's see. It doesn't say calories, 22,000 calories, or kcal. I don't know how that works out. Like, is it actual? Kcal would be like 1,000 calories, I think. I'm not sure how it works down here. Let's see. What are the ingredients? This is saying 44 kcal. Oh, per bottle. I think it's two portions per bottle. Do you even have ingredients? Where are the ingredients? Oh, here we go. Ingredients. God, that's so tiny. Carbonated water, sugar. It's just sugars, so it doesn't have an artificial sweetener. Ácido cítrico. Porque está ácido cítrico en todos. I just wanted to have fun doing that. Let's see. Is it natural flavors? Let's see. Glycerol. Some sort of acid, citric acid, saborizante, idéntico a natural toronja. Natural flavors. All right. My mom's allergic to grapefruit, but not citrus. So I wonder if she's allergic to. Well, that's the thing, Picris, is that like I said, grapefruit juice will counteract some medications, but orange juice won't, and lemon juice and lime juice won't. But it's just great. There's something in grapefruit. I love Welch's grape soda. I've had Welch's grape juice, but I've never had the grape soda. Wow. For something that has sugar in it, it's not really that sweet. It's not like, when you drink an American soda, you get that mouthful of sugar. You don't really get that here. It's not really that sweet. Maybe it's just a tiny amount of sugar here. And it is sugar. That's right, Jules. Oh, because the thyroid meds. Yeah, that is a big thing. I know some Spanish. Carne asada, carnitas, pollas, street tacos. Sonic, you've got to make a correction there because you said pollo street tacos. So the pollo part is Spanish and the tacos part is Spanish, but street is not Spanish. So try again, but you got everything else right. My dad can't have grapefruit or dragon fruit. Oh, dragon fruit. Is it the same compound that's found in grapefruit and dragon fruit? I love dragon fruit, especially the one with the yellow skin and the white inside. What do they call that down here? It's called pitaya. Pitaya down here, they call that. And like anytime I'm at, the market always has it. So it's like that and the granadilla. I'll always pick up a granadilla and a yellow dragon fruit, and I'll bring those home, and then like sometime during the week I'll eat them both. Two of my favorite fruits. Also antidepressants and anti-allergy meds. Yeah. Yeah, I did hear that. Let's see, did I miss something else? Made a mixed drink on stream of Jägermeister and Fresca. No, it doesn't sound like it would be bad, Freak. That does actually sounds pretty good. I miss grapefruit. Yeah, that's one thing you don't really see in markets down here. Like a lot of, and again, we've talked about this before, right? The green one, we call it lime, right? I would say we, like in the United States, they call it lime. But here, the green one is limon. And then, so you say, well, if that's limon, then what is a lemon? A lemon is a limon amarillo, which is really weird. And then it's like, do you remember last week we had that pink, I think it's called the variegated pink lemonade, and it has a completely different color inside. So it's supposedly a lemon. I don't know. This is really good. It's sweet. It's not too like crazy. I would say like sour. Like grapefruit, I think, is more sour than other citrus fruits. Like maybe not lemon, obviously, but grapefruit is like really tart and sour. And this one is not. This one's sweet. It's mellow. Really nice flavor. Nice bubbles and everything. Thumbs up. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just going to do a little bit of this because I only have a small can of this beer. Again, this is the beer that we started with. This is Pilsen Ahumada, which is a smoked lager from Costa Rica. My brother-in-law, Richard Esguerra, brought this back from Costa Rica for me. Have another can for when you get here, Jules. You can try it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to kind of make a rattler. Now, not rattler like the snake, or what the babies do, Radler, R-A-D-L-E-R. And Radler is a lager that's mixed with grapefruit juice. And we're not, grapefruit juice. We're not using grapefruit juice, we're using grapefruit soda in this case. But I think the effect will be about the same. A little more carbonation, I think. And it doesn't have that really strong sour grapefruit taste, but so this is an approximation of a rattler, I think. So I think this mixture is going to work. I think this is going to taste pretty good. Now, not sure, because this is a smoke beer, not sure how that smoke flavor is going to work with it, but let's try it. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it's really good. Again, I don't think it's how you make a rattler. I think, I think, I don't know at what point they put the grapefruit juice in the beer. Like, is it during the fermentation process when they're making it? Do they add it in afterwards? I don't know, because, I just open the bottle and drink it. I'm not sure how they do it. So the thing that's nice about this is because this soda is very carbonated, it adds bubbles to the beer. So it's this nice carbonated drink. You get the grapefruit flavor, you get the beer flavor, get the slight bit of the smoke flavor. It doesn't step on anyone's toes or anything. That's actually a really nice drink. I can't say that it tastes like a rattler per se, but it's really good. I enjoy that. That's really nice. That's a thumbs up. All right. Nothing beats that lemon you had in, oh my God, in my first California, yeah, in La Crescenta. It was a lemon that was shaped like a chicken. The lemon grew on the tree shaped like a chicken. We were calling it a lemon chicken. We were calling it some other stuff too. It's not very nice, but it was weird. It was a weird lemon that looked like. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to find that picture. I'll put it on Instagram because I don't think I've ever put it on Instagram, but I will find that picture of that lemon that was shaped like a chicken. And people are going to go like, "Oh, stop using AI." No, it's like, no, I have a lemon that was shaped like a chicken. What, did I miss anything? Me and Jaeger had a thing back in my 20s. I'll bet you did. Then it disappeared. It did. We put it on the wall and it just disappeared. That was weird. Like, I don't, coyotes probably aren't coming by to eat lemons, so I don't know what's going on with it. Alrighty, into our second round of snacks. Let's see. Scared us to the core. Yeah, it was a little bit freaky. I have seen other ones though, like sometimes it's like you have more than one fruit growing together. Sometimes that's what causes everything. So I've seen like strange shaped, citrus fruit on trees and everything for that reason. But that one, yeah, well, it's a little bit freaky. All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. Oh, okay. Again, from our Connecticut Trader Joe's bag, we are going to do gansito. You guys know what gansito is? You guys know what a gansito is, right? Because who is it that makes it in the U.S.? It's the Marinella brand, which is made by Grupo Bimbo. So it's really, really popular in Southern California. And as a matter of fact, I think there was, I think it's on Reckless Eating. I think we went to the LA County Fair and they did deep fried gansito. And we had never had the gansito before, but apparently it's a really popular like Mexican snack. So this is from Ramo, and Ramo is a Colombian company. So Productos Ramos, or I'm adding S's where they don't belong. Productos Ramo was founded in 1950 by Rafael Milano Olarte and his wife, Ana Luisa Camacho. So obviously, the name of the company, Ramo, R-A-M-O, comes from the first two letters of his first name and his middle name, right? So his first name is Rafael, the R-A. His middle name is Molano, M-O-L-A-N-O. So the R-A-M-O makes Ramo. So Productos Ramo, founded in 1950 by Rafael Molano, Olarte, and Ana Luisa Camacho in Bogota, Colombia. Now, the gansito itself, also called little goose, or loosely translates to little goose. Is there a picture of a goose? There is a picture of a little goose on there. Translates to little goose. It's a Mexican snack cake. It's filled with strawberry flavored jelly and cream, and it has a chocolate flavored coating. That scares me. Chocolate flavored coating, not a chocolate coating, a chocolate flavored coating. They probably have to mix wax in it or something, so it stays on. I don't know how that exactly works. So typically gansito is made and distributed by the Marinella brand, which is owned by Grupo Bimbo. And Grupo Bimbo, as you remember, was founded in the 1940s in Mexico City, and their first product was sliced white bread. All right, so here's a question. Where were Productos, you're gonna have to look this one up, where were Productos Ramo cakes originally sold? Where were Productos Ramo cakes originally sold? It's very, very specific. So it's not even a city, it's a place within a city. Very, very specific. You might not get it, don't worry about it. I have 20 minutes to do the other four snacks. I better get caught up here. Because Val was busy yapping, that's the problem. Yeah, so that's a pretty hard, like not melted chocolate shell. So I'm assuming that they say chocolate flavored just because it probably has some chocolate in it, but there probably has a bunch of other stuff in it. So it doesn't melt and it keeps that hard shell. So let's cut a piece of that. Oh my God, look at that. It's all cake and no jelly. It's all supposed to have a cream filling. I don't see cream filling. Well, maybe in the piece that I didn't eat. Yeah, there's a little bit more jelly in that piece. I'm still not seeing cream. I'm going to cut this piece off. I'm going to eat that, or a piece of it. I imagine that the cake filling is probably similar to a Twinkie. Okay. I didn't see a lot of jelly in there, but you do get the flavor of that as you eat that. And I see what they mean about chocolate flavored coating or frosting. But it does have kind of like this waxy texture to it. So I think they're adding other things into that to keep that on there that is not necessarily chocolate or cocoa. I would like to see them up that cocoa flavor that's in the chocolate. That'd be nice. It's okay. The jelly isn't overpowering. It's not like, and probably because there's not a lot of it. You do get the flavor of it. You get that flavor in there, but it's not overpowering. So it's this nice sweetness, that jelly, and the jelly goes really nice with the cake. I'm not getting the cream though. So the cream is kind of missing. Do they even have a picture of like a cross section there? Yeah, they're showing cream like at the top there. I'm not getting a lot of that. I like it better than I like a Twinkie. It's just kind of like, I'm not really crazy. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but I'm not really crazy about that coating, that chocolate coating on it. I just think like it could taste a little bit more chocolatey, I think. The amount of jelly they use in it is fine. I maybe feel better that they're not overpowering it with the jelly. The cream kind of disappears a little bit. So I'm gonna say thumbs in the middle, trending upward. It's not bad at all. It's just like, I just wish that they amped up some of the stuff that's supposed to be in there, like the chocolate flavor and the cream flavor. I just wish they amped that up a little bit. I think it would be a little bit better. So thumbs in the middle, trending upward. Neighborhood corner stores, supermarkets, and snack stands throughout Colombia. Dude, they made blonde devil dogs. Pretty much. But devil dogs have a lot. Well, no, hang on a second, Jules, because devil dogs don't have they're made with the cake. It's made with like a chocolate cake. But devil dogs, I don't think are chocolate coated. Like ring dings are chocolate coated, and funny bones are chocolate coated. But I don't know the devil dogs. I think devil dogs are like almost like a whoopie pie. There's like a chocolate cake with that's cut in half. It almost looks like a hot dog, but in the middle is a like a cream filling or something. They made golden devil dogs? Jules, bring some down with you. Bring some golden devil dogs down with you, and we'll review those. I've never had a golden devil dog. No, I'm not going to look it up. You're going to bring one down or just bring one. We don't need a lot of them. But yeah, bring one down and we'll review it. So I've not had one. Okay, so the question was, where were Productos Ramos cakes originally sold? Janice said neighborhood corner stores, supermarkets, and snack stands for Colombia. That's where they're currently sold. Julie said Bogota, which is correct. They were sold in Bogota, but very specifically, and I don't expect you guys to have gotten this, but so Milano initially sold cakes to his coworkers at the Bavaria Beer Factory. So he worked at the Bavaria Beer Company, and he sold the cakes to his coworkers, and then it started picking up and blowing up and became a big business. So that's where they originated. All righty. So that's the Ramos Gansito, the Ramos version of Gansito. Not bad. Needs a little work. Let's see. So as long as we're doing Ramos, I'm not going to repeat that about the whole thing about Ramos, so how it was founded and who founded everything. This is the same company. Let's see the logo. There's the logo. Ramo. These are Ramo Chachos Americano Barbecue Chicharrones. So they're, as far as I mean, they look like chicharrones, right? I don't see. Oh, okay. Excess sodium, excess saturated fat. That's okay. There's no artificial stuff in here. There's no artificial pig flavor because it's chicharron. So as long as we're on the subject of chicharron, where did chicharron originate? From where did chicharron originate? Nice funky piggy smell. Chicharron it almost has like there's a funk. They definitely have a funk smell. And I don't know if that's just native to pig's skin that they have that flavor. So again, these are supposed to be barbecue flavor. Let's see, is it artificial or natural barbecue flavor? Does it make a difference? Chicharrón con sabor idéntico al natural al barbecue. Natural barbecue flavor. Been looking at cortadillo recipes. Now I'm going to look at cortadillo recipes. These are nice. They're not overly salty. They do have, they have that smoke, that really nice smokiness. And it has that, like, the sweetness of barbecue sauce, but it's not like over the top sweet. It's like light, right? Light smoke taste, light sweetness of the barbecue sauce, very light salt. I know this is excess in sodium, so apparently there's a lot of salt in here, but it doesn't taste like it. These are nice. Those are really nice. That's a thumbs up. All right. Question was, from where did chicharron originate? Julie said Mexico. Freak said Spain. Jenna said Andalusia, Spain. Yes. Julie, you are not correct. Freak, you are correct. Janice, you are correct. It is Andalusia, Spain, is where chicharron originated. Cake with the pink frosting and sprinkles they sell in pan dulce shops. It's not pan dulce. Cake with the pink frosting and sprinkles. I'm like, all I'm thinking is donuts with the pink frosting and sprinkles, like the Homer Simpson donuts. But I don't remember the other ones. Oh, what did I do here? I don't expect you to answer because you can't see what I'm doing. It's not that I'm trying to be secretive. All right. We got 2 left. Time-wise, we got 10 minutes. I think we can do this. We're going to be a little bit over. If you guys don't mind, we're still doing goop. These are enough. It's enough for me. Enough. It's French. I don't know if that I'm pronouncing that right. This is French pâté. This is chicken liver French pâté. And this is a product of France. So Pâté Enough was founded in Kuldruzik, France by Jean Enough in 1915. So again, this is chicken liver pâté. So the probably famous pâté, most famous pâté is pâté de foie gras. And pâté de foie gras is very expensive and very controversial. So the question is, from what is pâté de foie gras made? From what is pâté de foie gras made? Oh, I should have had crackers. I should have crackers to put these on. Do I? Do I have some crackers? Hang on, I'm going to write back. I'm going to get some crackers. Put this on. I could put them on chicharron. Now, I didn't have to, but I thought I would bring the whole package so you can see what crackers I'm eating. These are Tosh. Tosh is the product line. These are available at De Uno, I think. And, we never answered that question about De Uno. We'll get to that in a second. This has 2 tacos in it. Taco being a package, right? 2 packages. And these crackers are Fusión de Cereales, or 4 cereals. Canelo's making some weird noises out there. So this is multi-grain cereals. It's made with rice. It's made with oats. It's made with corn. And it's made with almonds. So I thought that would be a nice thing to put pâté on. So there we go. Here's one of the crackers. Tasty little suckers. Okay, let's get this pate open. Yes, it is freak, which is why it was illegal for a while. It probably is still in some places. Looks like bologna. You can see that how pink that is. You would think chicken liver would not be pink, but you know, okay, that's fine. Oop. It looks like liverwurst. Well, you know, it is essentially liverwurst. It's made with liver. Chicken liver, though. Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys like giblets? And when I say giblets, giblets can be a variety of things. It could be chicken hearts, chicken liver, or chicken, what's the other thing? What do you call that? Chicken gizzards. Gizzards, hearts, livers. Do you like them? There's different ways to make them. Like you can make chopped liver with the chicken liver. You can fry them. They can be fried, deep fried. I do like giblets. I think my favorite is the chicken liver. We did an episode at Friar Tuck's in Portland, Oregon, where they did a basket of fried giblets. So that's out there if you want to check that out. All right, here we go. The enough pate de pollo. Chicken liver pate. Liver is definitely an organ meat freak, or an offal, as they call it, not AWFUL, OFFAL. Ooh, that's really smooth. Sometimes when you eat like chicken liver or something made with chicken liver, it has this kind of, it has like this really strong savory flavor. This one's kind of mellow. It's the texture like a Braunschweiger or a liverwurst. Some people are put off by that kind of overpowering liver flavor. You don't really get that in here. This is mostly about texture. There's a real creaminess to that. And it is somewhat savory. You do get the chicken liver flavor, but it's not like over the top. That's actually really good. It doesn't taste like they put a lot of, sometimes they'll put wine in it. Sometimes they'll put different herbs in it and stuff. This one doesn't taste like it really has a lot of anything in it. I could look at the ingredients, but I'm not gonna. The only time I've had giblets is mixed in turkey chicken gravy. When my mom used to make turkey for Thanksgiving, or if she was just making turkey in general, she would take out the giblets that were inside it, the neck and the giblets they would put inside the turkey, because the idea was you're going to use that for either the stuffing or the dressing, depending on whether it's in the turkey or outside of the turkey. And she knew how much I like turkey livers, so she would always cook up the turkey liver separate and give those to me. She would put some of it, because you get a big turkey liver. She would put some of it in the turkey, but some of it she would give to me as well. That's really good. That's a thumbs up. That's a really, really mellow pate. Not a lot of strong flavors in it. Not a lot of onion. Not a lot of strong wine flavor or anything. Just mellow, simple ingredients and everything. Very nice. Thumbs up. Okay, so the question was, from what is pate de foie gras made? Let's see. Isan said goosies. That is correct. You have to say it in an outrageous accent. Let's see. Janice says the fattened liver of a duck or goose. I think those are the only guesses. And yeah, it's correct. It's goose or duck liver, but only from overfed birds. So it's from the fatty liver. They force feed the geese. Now, there are two ways to make it. One is to let the birds naturally overeat, which they'll do just before the winter. They fatten themselves up for the winter. and they will naturally overeat. But in some places where they want to produce foie gras all year round, they use a process called gavage, and they take the duck or geese, they put a tube down its neck, and they just pour grain into the bird. So a lot of places, because of the assumed cruelty of doing that. I mean, some of them go like, they don't feel a thing, and other ones like, you're literally pouring grain down their throat. And so in some places like California, they made it illegal because of that cruelty. I think it might be legal now, but for a while it was illegal. But yeah, that is how it's made. Let's see. Some other people were talking about some other stuff. Let's get to that. Kind of, yeah, effed up what they do to the goose is correct. 2 filter organy for me. Yeah, you'd hate spleen, Jules. I like spleen. Usually pig spleen, I think. Maybe it's beef. I don't remember. I heard to better prepare organ meat is to soak it in milk to reduce the gaminess. As far as beef liver goes, the best beef liver I had was, there was a place called The Grill on the Alley. It doesn't sound nice, but it's actually a high-end restaurant in Hollywood called The Grill on the Alley. And they do it like they cook it like a steak. So it's very, very thick cut. If you go to the grocery store, typically what they do is they're going to freeze the liver, and then they're going to use a slicer to slice it. That's why when you see it, it's like perfectly smooth and flat. It's because it's frozen and because it's sliced. And usually if you're making liver like that, it just really does not have a good taste. It's been frozen and everything. But what this place, The Grill in the Alley, would do is they would make it fresh. They would use fresh liver, and it was about that thick. It was like a steak. They would make it like a steak, and oh my God, the flavor was just amazing. I think I have it on the blog. I'm gonna have to like update the blog and put the blog out somewhere else so that you guys can have access to that and everything. Only time I've ever had giblets is mixed in turkey chicken gravy. Yeah, that's a lot of people the same. Pâté de foie gras comes from a goose, not necessarily. Pâté is the pâté itself, right? Foie is fat. Foie is liver, and gras is fat. So it's a pâté of fat liver. It doesn't necessarily mention the goose or the. I mean, I think traditionally, you're right, Freak. I think traditionally it's going to be more a goose than duck, but they also use duck liver to make a pâté de foie gras. Janice posted the fried giblets episode from Portland, where we went to Friar Tuck's. So that's up there. Probably eat pâté over pickled pig's feet. I like them both. New West Hollywood Cafe is the street chocolate milkshake. Street chocolate milkshake. Did you watch the news? Down here, I don't think they're going to have that on the news, Sonic. You can't make pâté de foie gras in California, but you can buy it and have it delivered from out-of-state producers. Yeah, that's different because you used to not even be able to do that. You weren't even allowed to buy it if you lived in California. So I guess they've changed that. So thanks, Iceland. Watched a video of Lost Steakhouse specialties, and they said the way they used to make liver and onions was the best, but then moms tried to make it at home poorly and led to everyone hating it. I can believe that. Oh my goodness, did I ever get rid of that jar of pig's feet? Oh my, Jules, is that still up in the cabinet? I think because anything you were to refrigerate it afterwards, you're like, oh, it's going to have things like moving in it. It might be a challenge. That might be a good challenge. All right. Time is a wasting. We're already after 5 and we have one snack left. Do you guys mind? You guys mind? You want to stick around for a little bit? Not too long. You know, I see some people already left. That's okay. So we got one snack left and we'll do goop mélange. Then maybe another 10 or 15 minutes. It's up to you guys. Send it to Matt. Oh, the jar of pig's feet. It can't get worse. Setting the house on fire. All right, our last snack. And again, product of France. I always say when it's not. So this is Limon Intenso, intense lime, Limon Intenso Choclitos. Now, I see choclitos and I think these are made of chocolate. Well, I don't get it. No, it's because choclo is a type of corn. Right? So these are Limon Intenso Choclitos, and these are from Lay's slash Frito slash, they look like, if I'm looking at the outside of the bag, they look like Fritos. They're probably made the same way. So this is from PepsiCo. PepsiCo established their presence here in Colombia in 1947, and that was through an alliance with Postobon. You guys know Postobon. We do Postobon sodas all the time. The parent company of Postobon, PepsiCo, was later formed internationally in 1965 after the merger of the Pepsi-Cola company, the PepsiCo, and Frito-Lay. And choclitos were introduced in Colombia by Frito-Lay in the late 1990s. But this one is new, ahora, now, not new, now, ahora. And these are intense lime flavored. Let's see. Look down there. Sabor artificial a limón. Artificial lime flavor. All right. Got to get Henrietta out. Henrietta, the artificial chicken. Artificial lime flavor. Why? Why do you need to do artificial lime flavor? How hard is it? How expensive is lime? I'm a new admin, LOL. Donde? Oh, they look like Fritos, but they're smaller. Oh, I have some dogs here. You guys want to come up and say hi? Come on. One at a time. Here's Canelo. Canelo, you gonna say hi? They're out there. They're out there, Canelo. Gonna say hi? They're out there. No? We're a little bit shy. We just want a snack. All right, now let's get Doodle at a time. So let's Doodle, come here. Come here, Doodle. Doodle, come here. Come here, Doodle. Come somewhere, Doodle. Here we go. Come here. Doodle, the Prince of Darkness, everybody. You guys know Doodle. Doodle was in our thumbnail today. He's like, just give me the snack, will you? All right, Doodle, fine. Snack for both of you. That's it. No love. That's all I'm good for is snacks. A snack for you, snack for you. Sayonara. And there they go. They got their snack and they're off. Would lime salt be artificial lime? I don't know. I don't know how lime salt is made. I don't think so. Like I think tahine. I think tahine is made with lime and salt. Lime, salt, and chili, right? And it's really real lime. Oh, everybody's saying hi to Canelo. No Doodle? Oh, Jill says hi to Doodle. And Jared and Sonic say hi to Doodle. And Janice covered all her bases and said hi to Canelo and Doodle. Who is that eating loudly back? Canelo. God, you eat loudly. Pepsi trivia, what was the big selling point for Pepsi over Coke in the Great Depression, during the Great Depression? Cheaper? Good question. Did not know that. Okay, so these, I see why they say artificial lime flavor. They're going for that citric acid kind of experience, but it almost tastes like vinegar. Almost tastes like they're using more vinegar than lime juice. So it has that effect where it doesn't have the lime flavor. It has the lime experience, but not the lime flavor. There's something sweet or something underneath that too. I don't know. I think I like Fritos better. Now, is it intense acidity? There's definitely an intense acidity there, but without that lime flavor, it's just, you know, an acidic, acidic ingredient in Fritos, and they're not even that great Fritos. I'm going to give them, they don't suck. Let's have thumbs in the middle. I'm going to put thumbs in the middle. I'm being generous. I'm going to give them thumbs in the middle. Using real cane sugar. I think Spain won the world. Did they? Did Spain win? Yeah. Spain won. Woohoo. I say woohoo because, you know, Argentina needs to give somebody else a chance. So yeah, that's nice that Spain won. Awesome. I would have worn my Spain jersey, but I don't have one. And my Colombia jersey is pointless. Yes, Val, you get a cookie. It was half the price of Coke. Oh, so you get twice the same price. That makes sense. It's during the Depression, right? That was the tip off for me. All righty. So we have finished trying everything. It is time for goop mélange. If you guys have a few minutes to stick around, we're going to do goop mélange. No, Canelo, you get one snack. One snack. Otherwise, you're not going to eat your dinner. Or maybe you'll eat your dinner. I don't know. All right, so we're going to start with our choclito. Oh, I didn't even ask the question about choclito. What is the common name for choclo? Now, it is corn, but what is the common name for choclo, specifically choclo? Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed by these. But if that's the only thing I'm disappointed by today, that ain't bad. And I do have my finger bowl. No, Doodle, one snack, dude. Sorry. All right, so here is our Colombina Galleta Sandwich Yogurt Grego y Acai. Acai, acai. You say I, say E, whatever. All right, let's see if we can break that up. That breaks it pretty nice. Okay. I'm not going to put that cracker that I put the pate on, only because, you know, it's just a cracker, right? But I'm going to put some pate in there. There's the pate. I don't know how well it's going to mix, but it's goop. It goes in there, you know? All right, there's that. We have our gansito. You break that up. That breaks up pretty nice. Ooh, there's a solid piece there that doesn't want to break up. You never answered the which one question? What question? The dunno question? A lot of fireworks going off on our neighbor. Oh, through the soccer game, probably. I never answered the what? Oh, de uno. Oh, okay. De uno. Yeah, so the question was, what does the D stand for in de uno? I didn't see anybody answer it. The day or D stands for descuento, and descuento is discount. So it's tiendas, de uno is discount one stores. So if you said discount or descuenta, you win or something. So, all right, let's see. We have our Chachos Americano barbecue chicharron. Very nice. I did put the cookie in there, right? I did put the cookie in there. Okay. We have our chontadoro in sesame oil. So let's get one of those. Let's find a small one. See, I had a fork here somewhere. Spoon, knife, fork. Here it is. Let's get a little one. Yeah, that's a good size. Cut that up. Now, I'm not saying that it tastes like, I'm not saying that it tastes like sweet potato because it's orange. I say it tastes like sweet potato because it tastes like sweet potato. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to put too much of that in it just because I don't know. Here is the rest of the rambutan that we opened. It won't let me pick it up. That's okay. I'm just going to cut the fruit off of it if I can. I mean, I could put it in my mouth and do it, but that's kind of gross, isn't it? that coming off by itself? It is. All right, there we go. No more snacks, dude. Sorry. One snack. Don't get greedy. It's almost time for you to eat anyway. Yeah, I think the best way to eat this is to just put the whole thing in your mouth and kind of work around the seed. Because just otherwise it doesn't really work very well. Okay, so here's our rambutan. Whoa, Black Betty, rambutan. Whoa, Black Betty, rambutan. And we didn't eat the whole thing. Oh, there we go. Our mangosteen. I need a little spoon to scoop that out. That doesn't want to come out. Or a knife. Here we go. Mangosteen. If Bruce Springsteen was a mango, he'd be a mangosteen. I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to differentiate the mangosteen from the rambutan in the goop mélange. Is that it? Did I get everything? Got the gansito, got the fruits, all the fruits. Yes, that is everything. All right, let's mix this up. And thanks for sticking around, those who stuck around. If you didn't, I get it. You know, people got places to go, things to do, things to eat. Here we go. Goop mélange. Your furry children hear you talking blah, 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 eat, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, food, blah, 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 blah. Food, eat. Tonight. The question I asked about the limon intenso choclitos was, what is the common name for choclo? It's Peruvian corn or Cusco corn. Cusco being a city in Peru that's known for the corn. Peruvian corn or Cusco corn. Giant corn, I'll take. That's okay too. We're here till the goop is done. We will sell no product until the goop is done. Something salty in there. That's saltier than when you drink things by itself, eat things by itself. The pate actually adds a nice flavor to this. And the chicharron. There's a lot going on here. There's salty, there's sweet, oh, there's umami. Not umami, umami. That's the weirdest snack mix in the world, but it's actually pretty good. And the coolness and the moisture in that fruit, that cuts through too when you get a mouthful of that. Those fake Fritos, they're not bad in here. I think they're better in here than they are just by themselves. Not that they suck, they're just... If it's between that and Fritos, I prefer the Fritos. You hear those guys wrestling in the background? I'm going to give that group thumbs up, trending downward. And the only reason I'm giving it trending downward is because nobody in their right mind would actually eat something like that. Okay, nice variety today. A lot of delicious foods. Some not so delicious food, but no bad foods. It was all pretty good. So again, I thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with us. Taking time off from your weekend. Taking time away from the World Cup to spend time with us. I thank you. Again, high point of my week. I love doing this. I love doing this with you guys. My favorite community in the world, you guys right there. I want to thank you for your continued support. Now, again, if you like to, so our subscriptions are going up and down like in twos. So it's like they go up 2, then they go down 1, then they go up 1, then they go down 2. You know, it's like, it's weird. It's so weird. It just hovers and you just don't get past a certain point. So, but that's okay. I don't really care about that so much. But if you enjoy the channel and you have not subscribed, please do so. Like the videos, leave comments, because I will always answer your comments. Always answer your comments. And then show some love also to the people that we support. Nashies, Janice Yamanaka, old guy in Colorado. You know, the list goes on and on. Again, if you don't know who that is, just go to our main YouTube page, go down to featured channels, and they're all in there. I would not present them to you if I did not think that that you would enjoy them. And when you do enjoy them, which I think you will, be sure to show them the same love. Subscribe, like the videos, and leave comments, because it helps them out as well. So I really, really appreciate it. So here we are, mid-July. Heat of the summer for you guys, not for me. For me, 70 degrees. But it is summertime. Enjoy your summer. Make it last. Make it an endless summer. Totally enjoy it. Don't forget about other people. Help out when you can help out. And as always, remember that it's crazy out there. So please be careful. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. And we'll see you next week.